Awesome. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Wednesday, hump day. And yeah, I'm excited for today's stream because I have with me the lovely Shruti Kapoor. Thank you so much for joining me. And
Thank you for having me,
yeah,
Kurt.
of course, of course. I can't wait for this. Yeah, and so today we're going to be building a GraphQL API out of the amazing dev joke GraphQL API, or sorry, GitHub repository that Shruti has been created. I don't. It looks like years ago, and has been maintaining for at least like 2 years now. And it's just a list of all these hilarious jokes. Like I'm someone who I love like dad jokes and corny jokes or like whatever you want to call these jokes. So I just can't go through here without like smiling. And so it's so great. So thank you again for joining me. And with that, do you want to just give like an introduction of yourself for anyone who might not be familiar, and talk a little bit about maybe like how this came to be because I'm very curious.
Sure. Hey guys, I'm Shruti Kapoor. I am a senior software engineer at PayPal. I've been working at PayPal for 2.5 years now.
Oh wow.
How this came to be? So I think I was like in my previous company, I would find like these JavaScript memes on Instagram,
Yeah.
and I would share with my coworkers, and they'd be like, "You're so nerdy. What is this joke?" And I was like, it's so funny to me. And I know it's not funny to you, but it's so funny to me. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm sure there's other people who appreciate this
Oh
kind of
yeah.
like nerdy jokes,
Yeah.
nerdy humor. So I'm just going to create a GitHub repo and I'm going to share it with the world. And that's kind of what this has been doing. So I just like look up memes and put it here. Most of these are actually crowdsourced. A lot of people have put in pull requests. And that's how it's kind of come to be. It's kind of like this community built jokes repo now.
That's amazing, and that's the best part about it to me too. Is like it's like community built and community driven, and it's just like a bunch of people who appreciate nerdy developer jokes, just like coming together and like, oh, we got to add this to the list. It's so good.
Exactly. I've been like reading all these like jokes on Twitter, and some people are like, "Oh my God, what is this?" Like face palm, and I'm like, "Send it to the repo."
That's amazing. Yeah, it's like that one you just mentioned me on earlier was hilarious, and I was just like, so for context to everyone, it was like this car that is like, I mean, I don't even know how it was moving. There's like no doors, no roof, no nothing, and the guy's just driving along, and it's just like, yeah, like that's like what it's like when they say, how's it going, and you're like, whoa, it's working, my code is working, but like that's how it's working. We're,
It's barely working.
barely working, which is I feel like is a very accurate representation of the code that I write. And I've even adopted the moniker of the worst dev. And so it's like if I feel like if I set the bar real low, and I'm the worst dev, like you can only go kind of up from there, right?
What was that? You can never fail to meet the expectations if the expectations are super low.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, yeah, and that's me. That's what it is, folks. I'm always here to set those expectations low. So without further ado, let me see. I'm gonna flip over here and let's take a look. Let's just go through the repository. So I've got it up here. I'm looking at DevJoke. And I'm just kind of like looking through, and these are just so funny. So I'm just gonna fire one of these off. Like, are you a RESTful API? Because you get my attention, put some love, post the cutest smile, and delete my bad day. I can't even like this. So corny. I love it. It is the best. Ugh, yeah. So we talked a little bit about like what this would look like, right? Because all these jokes are right now they're just in a README. And you mentioned that like that can be hard to maintain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard, right? Like I think reading it is really easy because it's a README file. So when you go to the repo, it's like right there. All the jokes are there as a list. But adding to the repo is quite hard because I have to manually like edit all of the pull requests. Every time somebody opens a pull request, it would
Yeah.
actually create a conflict. So it's really hard to edit it. And because it's a README file, everything needs to get appended at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maintaining it has been pretty hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. That's really rough. And so what we thought about, so I was on a stream. So the whole reason this came about is I was doing another stream, I believe with Trevor Blades, who I do, and we were looking at we ended up on your repository. I think I made like a corny joke and someone was like, "Oh, you should look at Shruti's dev joke repo." We went and did that, and then yeah, exactly. And then Peggy was like, "Oh yeah, you should ask Shruti if she wants to come on stream and make this a GraphQL API." And I was like, this is genius. I'm just surrounded by geniuses, thank goodness. Because again, I'm the worst dev. I would have never thought of this on my own.
I was so excited about it. Like, I
Yeah,
keep telling people, like, I have three passions: JavaScript, GraphQL, and dev jokes.
that's
And
it.
this is like combining two of my passions. I was super excited about this.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah. And so before the stream, we kind of, yes. So Yash Gupta said setting expectations low is such a great idea. Yeah, it really is. Give it a shot. Let me know how it works out for you. Um, yeah, so we talked just a little bit before this about like what it might look like, and what's the best way to get this into a GraphQL API. And you're right, I think. So Shruti said like let's just put it in a JSON file. Start simple. That's the easiest way to get going, right? And see where we can
Hmm.
take it from there. So she actually created a repository. So let me go over to here. So she created this dev joke GraphQL API. So, oh, what's interesting is because there's nothing in it, it won't let me fork it.
Oh, okay. Let me add a quick readme.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really interesting. I never knew that you couldn't fork an empty repository, which seems
Yeah, me
weird.
neither. Okay, let's.
Oh, hey, we got a new follower. Oh, I hope y'all like the new little animated astronaut for the follows. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, that artwork was done by Emily. She does a lot of our stuff. Oh my gosh, what is Emily's last name? Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, I will tweet that out later because I love it. It's so cute. It's a little astronaut and has little hearts that come up when someone follows. If you're not following, go ahead and follow if you want to see it again.
I
Try,
want to follow.
yeah, try to get some more follows, and then it'll pop up on the stream, and then it'll say that you followed. It's pretty neat. Let's see if it works. Did you already follow Apollo? Because
I'm trying.
it's not working.
It's making me log in with my Facebook,
Oh, yeah, yeah, sorry. Logging in is such a pain. Oh, there it
and I don't
is.
remember my
Shruti
password.
Kapoor. There it is.
Oh,
Hey.
yay!
It's so cute, right? I love it. Hey, awesome, Yash Gupta. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, more follows. I love you all so much. Thank you. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, yeah, and it looks really good there. So this I just added that today. It's the first time I've got to use it, and I love it.
Oh,
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Nice.
fun fact, speaking of like loving JavaScript and GraphQL, those are also two of my favorite things. So, most of the layout that you see here on Twitch is actually a React app that's powered by GraphQL. Yeah.
Wow,
Isn't
that's
that
cool.
isn't that neat? Yeah, like the whole bottom section, like
Yeah.
where the show title is and our Twitter handles and the chat and those follows, all of that is being powered by a GraphQL server and fed into React. And the only part that's like specific to the stream is like our audio and video that I can't do through the app, so I have to add that separately. But yeah, it's really neat and it makes my life a lot easier, that's for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
Are you pulling the chats from GraphQL API, the ones that are showing on the UI here?
I am. So what happens is I'm using a JavaScript library called tmi.js. So let me actually bring that up. tmi.js. Uh, okay, yeah. So here's the repo. So I'll drop the link into the chat. Thank you, Taylor. Yeah, we worked really hard on these scenes. So I dropped it there, and if you want, I could drop it into the Skype chat if you want. I'm not sure if you'll
That
be
would
able
be
to
great.
pull it from the. Yeah, let me do that. So let me get Skype up here. Shoot, and let me go to the chat and drop it in there. There we go. Ooh, and actually, I'll pull up the whole repository that this is powered by because it's open source. So there's nothing like secret or special sauce. So let me grab that and I'll drop that both in the Twitch chat as well as the chat for you in Skype. Boom. Oh my goodness, look at my face there when it pops up in the chat. In Skype chat, that's funny. Cool, yeah. Yeah, so what happens is like on message, I'm just sending a GraphQL subscription down to the React clients, and then the chat boop pops up on the stream. Pretty neat. Yeah, I
That's
love it.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
Love
cool.
it.
Yeah, I love it. It's use the tools you love, right? Actually, I should start this because I love that tool as well. They've been really good. So yeah, and like I plan to do a lot more. Like so now that we have this bot kind of set up, I could do fun things where people can like do commands through the chat, and I can have like different things happen on the stream. One day we'll get there. Slow and steady wins the race.
Have you seen Jason's stream? Like when
Oh
somebody says
yes.
a boop, it just like puts all these boops
Oh my
here.
goodness.
Those are
I
so cute.
love it. I love it. And then I also love,
Yeah.
have you seen like the corgi stampede? Like when he gets like
Oh
enough
yeah.
corgis
Oh
in
yeah.
chat. Yeah. His stream,
Corgi Storm. Love it.
love it. His stream is like goals. Like he does such an amazing
Yeah.
job. I love Jason. He's so good. Awesome. Cool. So I see a sup. I love that. All right. So we've got to read me. We've got to read me. So I can fork this now. So what I'll do is fork it to myself. Ba-ba-da-ba. And then I'll just like pull it down locally, open up VS Code. We'll do a fun live share thing, and we can kind of get started from there. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Love it. All right, cool. So I've got that. So let me go ahead and do copy the URL, and then get the only time I use the terminal outside of VS Code is when I'm like cloning a new project. So funny how that happens. CD projects. Ooh, so here's something really neat. I think I talked about this on another stream too that I want to start doing is like right now all of my projects are just like in this root folder called projects, and it gets kind of like unwieldy to manage. And I saw that do you know who Chris Biscardi is? He does like
Yes.
okay, yeah, he does like a lot of stuff, like projects and shares a lot of open source stuff. And what he does now is he has it like projects, and then it's like organized by like GitHub org, and then the repo like file name. So I would have like projects, Kemple, DevJoke, GraphQL API, and like it's like a really neat way to organize your projects. It's like a representation of the GitHub repositories, you know? So it's like, oh yeah, I go
Yeah.
under
That's
projects,
cool.
Apollo. Yeah, so I'm gonna try it for the first time. So I don't think I have a dir for this yet. So make dir Kemple. Yeah, dir CD into Kemple. Let's do that. And then git clone. That could be like a dev joke. That's amazing. Okay, so I have it. I have it in here. Cool. So cd dev jokes, and we're in hacker voice. All right, open that up in code. All right, let me close out this terminal. Let me get this over here and all sized up so that it fits, and then there we go. Cool. So we've got it. We've got our README. Sup, let's blow this up. Boom, boom, boom. And now I'm going to start a live share session, and you'll be able to see everything inside of here. So start collaboration. Oh no, it wants me to sign in. Oh wait, I was already signed in. Let's do this. Authorize. Okay. So let's see what happens. All right, so it works. So we'll see, because sometimes when I sign in, it like does funny things. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
I'll drop the link. We'll see if you can join easy. If not, I'll just reopen VS Code. We'll try again.
Okay.
You know, as the saying goes, did you try turning it off and turning it on again? Right?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Okay, it's trying to do something.
That's progress. That's good. So this is like also something else that Jason has, speaking of, is like I want to get like a elevator music thing that like I can play like whenever I'm waiting for like npm installs or like VS Code live share to work, you know. Looks like I might have to reopen it if it's not letting you in yet.
Yeah, I don't think it let me in.
Okay, so let's try this. So I'll just close this window and we'll try that again. Ready to collaborate. Yeah. In my Mori voice. It was determined that was a lie. Not ready to collaborate. All right, so bring back open the terminal. CD projects. Oops, that's a capital P. Projects, Kemple, dev jokes, code. All right, let's try this one more time. Hopefully we get better results. Extensions. Hey, where's live share? Oh, right here. Live share. Start collaboration session. All right. So let's see. That's copied. I'll drop the new link into our chat. Everybody, cross your fingers, spin in your chairs, give a little prayer, send the vibes, whatever it is that you prefer, whatever method, whatever mojo you want to send our way, send it.
Git commit, please work.
Yeah, right. And so while we're waiting to see if that works, so what we decided on was we just make a serverless function using Netlify. It's a very easy way to just spin up a function and get that going. And we can test it here and work with it locally, which is really nice. They give you like a local development experience. Is it not letting you in? We might just end up having to do like a screen share.
I think I'm gonna open the online in the browser itself. I don't think it's opening in the IDE, but I might be able to see in browser itself. And I think I can see it. Wait, what are you writing? Are you writing anything?
I'm not, but I am inside of README. I can write something. Hey.
Oh wait,
Hey!
joining.
Yeah, it's starting.
I think I was there, right?
Let me see. Well, it's not showing you as a participant though.
Just reloading, giving it a few minutes.
One day.
Joining soon.
So while we're actually figuring this out, what I'm going to do is jump into the browser because I need to go to Netlify for the instructions for serverless function because I know I need a netlify.toml, but I don't remember like exactly how all that gets set up. So let's go take a look at functions overview. Okay, so configure and deploy. Yeah, so we just have a functions folder. By adding a functions field to your netlify.toml. Yeah, is there like a visual example of this? Let's see. I can Google this. To Google toml functions. Still not letting you in, huh?
I think it's just letting me sign in, and that's taking it a while.
Oh, got you. Okay, cool. So yeah, while that's going on, file-based configuration. Yes. Yes. Yay! Here we go. Ha! This is what I want. Okay, cool. So while that's going on, I'm just gonna start setting up like just the stuff that is not really, just like this netlify.toml. Okay, and so apparently I do build, and then let me jump back. Oh, no, I don't want to search the marketplace. All right, so we've got tab and then functions equals functions. Okay, so that should do it for the toml, and we'll need a functions directory. So let me create that. Cool. And then in here, I think I could just do, I'm sure the docs will show me what I can do. All right, so let's go back and then build with JavaScript. Functions, function name. Yeah, okay, so I'm making progress, a little bit of progress. So I think what we could do, let's try, maybe I should redo. Oh, so is it still waiting on login? Like, what is it?
I think it just let me in.
No
It's
way.
just really slow in the browser.
Got it. Okay. So let's see what happens. Let me go to my live share.
I'm just gonna continue as a guest.
Okay. Yeah. Works for me. If it'll let you in, whichever way it takes. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, right? Whatever it takes. Okay. So I'm going to make a new file. And this will be called, and it's JavaScript. So this will be called, I'll call it, oh, yes.
Is it in? Is it in? Is it in?
It's working on it. You're here.
Ah,
You're here.
I can see it.
Awesome. It says you're read only though. I don't like that, but that's fine. I guess that's fine. I mean, I would like for you to be able to.
I can sign in later if I need to read.
Yeah, if you want to code and stuff. Yeah, but can you see? So like, here's the deal. If you go into README, so here's a neat trick. If you go to your live share extension tab, like and under participants, it should like have my name with a circle next to it.
Your name.
If you click that circle,
I see that.
or click on that, you'll follow me. So anywhere I go, your VS Code should follow me around. So
all right, cool.
Are you in the README? Can you see me typing? Yes, success. If I jump to this file, you can see the TOML file.
I can see it.
Oh. We're in there, folks. We got it. We made it. Awesome. Very cool. Done. Yeah. All right. Stream's over. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice night. Cool. All right. So here's what we could do. Let me go ahead and get this back to its default state. And then I think it made my file dev, but I want to fix that. Let's rename this. And this will be dev jokes.js. I think I make it a JS file. I'm going to jump back into these docs real quick and check. Yeah, function name JS. And then let me copy this. All right, so here's what we'll do. So we'll copy this and then we'll say, we'll drop this into here. And then let's just do this. I think we just return. Hello world. Okay, so this is where the fun part comes in. So let me try something. If I go, I'm going to bring up the terminal here. So I'm going to go to live share because I can share this with you as well. Actually, you should be able to see my terminal already.
I can see it.
Cool. So I think we do Netlify link. Hey. Yeah. Cool.
Yes, please.
No matching. Oh, I don't need a link. Oh, I think I could just run Netlify dev. Yes. Okay, I can run Netlify dev. Nice. Cool. So now I am sharing localhost 8888, and if you load that up in your browser, you won't really see anything yet. But I'm going to give you a URL. We should be able to test this out. So I'm going to open this up. Forbidden. Yeah, that makes sense. There's nothing there. But I should be able to do /.netlify/functions. And I'll give you this URL in a second. /dev-jokes. Incorrect function response status code. That's right. But it's working. So let me copy this URL and I'll send this to you in the old Skype. Ye old Skype. Boom. There we go. So now you can actually run, and this is why I love live share, because you're going to be able to run this with me. Like you can follow right along in the browser. So what I'm doing incorrectly right now is I just tried to return hello world, but I forget it's actually an object with status code. So we'll give it a 200 for now, and then a body. And so here I should be able to do hello world. Save this. Okay. So now if I go back and I reload hello world, and if you reload,
it doesn't like me.
Oh, what did it say?
The site can't be reached. I don't think that URL would work for me.
Well, it should, because you should be able to go to localhost 8888 because I'm sharing that port for you.
Oh, you know why? Maybe because I'm in browser, so it needs a different link. Let me see. There's a link here. Let me try to follow that.
Okay. If not, what we could do is I could share my screen, and then you'll be able to see all of it anyway. That might be easier at this point. Sometimes VS Code Live Share is finicky. Let's try that. Here we go.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's do it. So, here we go. So now if I close this and do share screen, are you able to see my screen now?
I can almost see your screen. I think it's loading. I can see your screen.
Cool. Okay, so we could just work with this. So let me blow this up pretty large just so that everyone else who is at home can see it. Okay, so we've got this. We still have the VS Code. I don't know if you stopped the live share, but we've got it if we want it. It looks like it's still running. It's really weird that it's not working for you. It might, maybe because you're in the read-only mode as a guest.
Probably.
That's going to be my guess, but it doesn't matter now because we've got this running, so YOLO. Totally fine. Okay, so this is the interesting part, because right now we've got our handler, we have a serverless function, but what we really want is a GraphQL API, right? And so Apollo has like this Apollo serverless package thing that I think we can use. And so I think the way that it goes, I'm going to Google that, apollo-server-lambda. Lambda. That's so weird. I said I'm going to Google it, and OK Google went on, and then it looked for apollo-server-lambda and brought up the URL for me on my phone. Kind of helpful, but not really.
Nice.
Yeah. Here it is. I got it.
Thanks, Google.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Google. I just put the link. Oh, I see, because it's in the Apollo server repository. Let's take a look at the npm link and see what we got here. I will accept your cookies. Okay. Here we go. So it looks like this
Copy paste.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like this is kind of what we want. So let's try. Ooh, whoa. Got a little aggressive there.
Too much copy paste.
Too much copy paste. Yeah. Can you ever have too much copy pasta? Is the question. I love
Copy
pasta.
pasta.
Yeah, I love my pasta. I'll take a plateful, please.
Do you make your own?
Yeah, pasta? No, like from scratch? No. I have been I've been eating a lot of like I have rheumatoid arthritis. And so I've been on like a predominantly vegan diet because it really helps reduce like inflammation. So I've been eating a lot of lentil pasta, and I'm curious to try and make my own. But I haven't gotten there yet. I'm not quite there yet. I don't have like all the things that I need. It's actually like a pretty...
I like lentil pasta.
Do you? Yeah, I love it. It's good for you, decent amount of protein, and I think it tastes yummy. Like I like one of my favorite things.
The consistency is so good.
So good. One of my favorite things to make is like a lentil penne type pasta with just some sauce, like a red sauce, but I actually will cook lentils and add more lentils into it. It's like lentil overload, but it's so delicious. It's really good, and it's like a pretty high protein meal, so it's pretty cool. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's nice. So I have no idea if this is just gonna work. Well, first of all, it's not gonna work because we have to install the package. That would probably help. The neat thing about these functions with Netlify is you can just install right to the root. So I'm just gonna like yarn install this. Do you prefer yarn or npm? Which do you tend to use?
I like NPM,
Then let's do
but you
that.
can use yarn if you want.
Well, I'll use it because this is a fork, and like, I mean, really, this is going to end up being your repository. So
Maybe I'll put a comment on it.
yeah, there you go. Exactly. So just going to default to NPM, Apollo server lambda, which is a funny word to spell and say, lambda. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Cue elevator music. This is a great time for that. That was actually really fast.
That was fast. Yeah. Add it to get ignore. Yes, please.
Yeah. Oh, I almost hit don't show again, but yeah, definitely add that to get ignore. Yeah, cool. So that's done. All right. So now we can save this. And in theory, let me go back to there. In theory, this should work now. So like if I go, let me see if I can make this for you. Whatever.
I can try signing in as well.
Yeah, if you want, you could try that. I mean, if this is working for you, it's working for me. Like, you know, it's cool. But if we reload this, look at that. Serverless GraphQL
Nice.
API in minutes, folks. That's it. Give us a round of applause. Give me one, especially because I'm the worst developer. And for me to get through this quickly is actually pretty darn impressive.
Good job on exceeding your expectations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And so I think we can query hello. So we'll run this test. This is like really big. I had it blown up to 250%. That should be good. Yeah, there we go. Data, hello world. Serverless function.
Perfect.
GraphQL API, developer jokes. I feel like, again, we could just stop the stream.
That was super easy.
It was really easy,
That took
right?
us like what? 5 minutes maybe?
5 minutes.
That was super easy.
5 minutes of like the actual setting it up. 15 minutes of us fussing around with the VS Code live share.
Visual Studio.
Yeah. I gotta love it.
Well, to be honest, that's what real life is.
That is what real life is. You know, it's funny that you
Right?
mentioned that. Yeah, because that is why I love streaming. Like, there is a place, and I do love polished, like, you know, tutorials and content that just kind of walk you through A to B, but they're always just the happy path, right? Like, nothing bad ever happens. And for me, I always hit issues. They're like, oh, now you just have to npm install. And like I npm install and it's like, no, like, you know, like C++ error, like sharded memory issue. And I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't even know what that means, you know? Or it'll be like, this is the wrong platform. You have to use this. I'm like, okay. But yeah, so it's just nice to see other people mess up or hit roadblocks.
Yeah.
It's something that, you know, cathartic about that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, you nailed it. It's like every day is like 90% messing around with things, 10% writing the code that you actually want to get right, you know?
Totally.
Okay, so I think you said the best way to do this. So how about this? Why don't you pick a couple of your favorite dev jokes? And as a matter of fact, if you want, you can ask me a couple of them or run a couple of them by us here on the stream. And then we can start with that. And while you're finding some, I'm going to dive back in here and we can start making this JSON file. So my question is like we have this functions folder, but I guess we could just do the JSON file right at the root, right? Like there's no need. Yeah. So let's just, what would you like me to call this? Just like jokes.json?
Jokes.json.
Boom. Look at that. It's like we're synced. Boom, jokes.json. And I guess it'll just be...
First joke for you.
Ooh, let's go. Fire away.
How do you comfort a JavaScript bug?
How do you convert a JavaScript bug?
Comfort.
Oh, comfort a JavaScript bug. You console it? Yeah!
Good job! 10 on 10.
That's it. Now we're ending the stream because that's not going to happen again. And I got to end on a high note. Awesome. That was so good. That can literally be the first one.
That was good.
That can be the first one we put in here. I think this brings up a really interesting topic now, which is like, what is going to be the structure? Because like some jokes might be like one-liners. Some jokes might have question answer. You know, or is it like we just throw it all into a string and Hail Mary it and let the client figure out, you know? It's like,
Perfect.
Yeah. Just dump it all in. Make it someone else's
Somebody else's
problem.
job.
Yeah,
Not my problem. My work
exactly.
here is done.
Yeah, it works on my machine. Good luck.
That's not a bad idea. So, one thing we could do, and I don't know if this will work in JSON, is if we can have some sort of like pre-formatted string,
Uh-huh.
um,
Oh, I see what
and
you're
that can
saying.
take care of like 2 lines or 3 lines or even an image.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think you can do like a multi like line string. That's a good point. I honestly don't know. Let's go look. Because the other option that we have is like we could use like YAML and then just use like a YAML parser within the function, which would essentially turn it into JSON. But let's go take a look, because let's do multi-line string, line string, JSON.
Mm-hmm.
Stack Overflow. Do I want to go there? Oof. I mean, you know what?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's do it. 13 answers. I can't wait to see. Does not allow real line breaks. You need to replace all line breaks with
That makes
/n.
sense.
Yeah, that does make
I
sense.
expected that.
Can be
Yeah.
saved with, okay, so we just insert /n, and that is essentially our line break. Interesting. Interesting. Which I'm okay with. Like, I think that's okay. I don't feel like these are such complicated long strings that will hit,
Yeah.
a lot of issues. What do you think? Should we try it out?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's try it out. And actually, we can try it out with that first one. So we'll just do. So now we just really need an array of strings at this point to start. Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
I think so.
Array
Right?
of strings.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So we'll do this. So the first one was, how do you comfort a JavaScript bug? And then we'll say /n, right? Yep, for new line. And then the answer was you console it, right? Or is it you console it? That's so funny. Okay, so we save this. So we've got our first joke. So let's import this because we're gonna need it. So I guess right here works for me. So then we'll say const jokes equal require up a level jokes.json. Thank you, autocomplete. What would life be like without IntelliSense?
I know, right?
So right now we'll just.
You'd have to enter all the paths yourself.
Oh, it's a nightmare. The least amount of typing that I have to do, the happier that I am within a day.
Yep.
Actually, it's so funny. I did a stream with Ellen Shapiro, who works at Apollo. She's the maintainer of the iOS Apollo client. And we did building an iOS app with Apollo and GraphQL. And I don't really develop in iOS much. So I've worked with React Native, I've built in some bridges, but my Swift experience is very minimal. And I literally was able to build this whole app just by control space barring my way through everything.
Really?
And auto completing.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, she was there. I would have gotten stuck on some of the harder parts, but when it came to just typing things out and stuff like that, oh my goodness, it was a huge lifesaver. I had no idea what I was doing, and the autocomplete was a real lifesaver. So it was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. So I think for right now, what we can do is we'll just return the jokes.
Yeah.
And then I have a really fun idea. Maybe we can we'll do just do jokes, right? That'll return them all. But what if we also did a feeling lucky, and then that would just randomly pick a joke for us?
Yes.
I like that, right?
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I love it.
All right, so we'll do this, and then in this case, what we'll do is, I mean, we only have one, so it won't work. But again, to Google, because I never remember how to do this, but
Random function?
Yeah. Pick random number.
Yeah, obviously Google.
From array. JavaScript. This is 90% of my day is just going, Googling it
Totally.
and copy pastaing from Stack Overflow.
Totally.
Ugh. Yeah, here it is. That's right. Math.floor,
Oh,
math.random.
simple.
Yeah, one line. Let's take this. Love it. And then go back. And so here we go. Where are we? Feeling lucky. Actually, we can shorten this. I don't think we even need that anymore. We can do this,
Yeah.
and then we just replace this with jokes.
Joke.
So let's do this. Let's just get like a couple more. So we have 5 jokes so that we can test our feeling lucky. So we need 4 more jokes.
Okay. Coming right up.
And I love it because I'm going to let the chat take the next one. So we'll see if we can get the chat to answer one.
Okay, I think this might be an easier one.
Okay.
Why did the JavaScript developer leave?
Why did the JavaScript developer leave? Chat, let's hear your answers. What do you think? Why did the JavaScript developer leave?
This is very topical.
And I'm waiting. If we get no answers, I'm going to have to take a guess. Why did the JavaScript developer leave? Oh, I have like a couple possible solutions. Come on, chat, don't fail me.
Fire it
now.
away.
Fire away. Okay. Their call stack was exceeded. That's one. Number 2, they got a call back. I'll say that. That's pretty silly. Why would a JavaScript developer leave? That's a tough one. I don't know. Well, I can't wait to hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the answer? Is it so easy? Are you like, oh, really? You don't know? You're a dummy?
No, I didn't say that. Okay. Because she did get a raise.
My goodness. Oh
Get it?
my goodness. I
A raise.
love it. Oh, I get it. That is hilarious. Because she didn't get a raise. That is, well, number 1, it's hilarious. It's a great play on words. But number 2, it actually hurts my heart a little bit because it's probably too accurate. Oh my goodness. That was a good one. That was a really good one. He didn't know how to react. That's a good one. Thank you. Oh, Acid Reek 2323. That's really funny. Yeah, that's so funny. They didn't know how to react. That's a good one. I love that. Awesome. All right, what else you got for us? Fire away. Dun, dun, dun. What better way to spend time? Making GraphQL APIs and telling jokes. This is amazing.
I know, right? And sipping chai.
Sip and chai. I have over here a weird concoction of, it's like basically caffeine, but it's like powdered. It's like not coffee. It's weird.
Huh, what is it?
Well, technically it's like a pre-workout, but I don't use it.
Okay.
But I do like a smaller bit of it and put it in much more water and I drink it instead of coffee. So it's like caffeine, beta-alanine, which is like some like oxide stuff for improved blood flow because I'm sitting a lot. So like it helps with the blood flow. And it's really interesting, but it works really great.
That sounds like it's good for you.
It is like, I mean, I'm sure anything in like over, consumption is probably bad, but I don't drink a lot of it. The amount that I drink all day is equivalent to one of the actual servings of pre-workout. So it's like, if I were to take it all at one time, I'd be like, like coding away for 5 minutes, but not being able to focus. No, it's good. It keeps me pretty alert. My stomach just doesn't respond well to coffee. If I drink a lot of it, but it seems to have no problem with this. So if it don't,
when we were back at work, I would drink like 4 to 5 cups of coffee every day.
Yeah. When I was at Major League Soccer, they had iced coffee kegs, like kegs of iced coffee. Ooh. Yeah. It was awesome.
Delish.
Oh, it was amazing. But like, My gosh, did I drink way too much coffee? And then they had this place down the street. It was in New York City. It was called Culture Coffee, and I would go there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you're familiar? Have you ever
Yeah,
had?
yeah, yeah.
Have you ever had their chocolate chip cookies?
No.
Oh my goodness. You have to try them. I don't know how they do it, but like you can buy the cookie and eat it 2 hours later, and when you break it open, the chocolate is like still melted and like it's still gooey delicious, and like
Really?
I don't know how. It's mind-boggling.
Huh.
So Peggy and I used to go there like all the time. Those were so good.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to try that.
Yeah, cookie for thought.
All right, next
Yeah,
joke.
next joke. Let's do it.
Uh, how long does a loop last?
Ooh, how long does a loop last? There's. Oh, this is good. All right, how long does the loop last? Until for a while?
Yes.
No, that's it. That's it.
Good at this. You're so good at this. Yeah. You're good at this.
Thank you. I'm trying really hard here. I'm like really, really. I'm gonna give all the credit to the beverage. This is awesome.
This is not a promotion.
Yeah, this is not. I am not sponsored by C4. But if you want to sponsor me and
Although
you
I
see
would
this,
love to.
yeah, if you see this, I'm more than willing to be sponsored. That's amazing. I can't believe I got that one. All right, let's do another one. Let's see if the chat can get another one.
Okay, I'll throw an easy one then.
Let's do it.
No, or I think it's easy.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I'll probably struggle with it. Watch, this will be like a little hard for me.
Okay, why do fish not like React?
What? Why do you run that by me one more time? What was it?
Why do fish not like React?
Why do fish not like React? Ooh, I don't know. Why do fish? So go ahead, chat. If you got something, drop those answers in here. I want to hear what you got. I'm gonna marinate on this for a second. Why wouldn't a fish like React? Why would a fish not like React? I'm just like trying to think of all the different parts of React and like what might it be?
It's one of the recent words.
Okay. That was a good clue. I like have an idea formulating. Yeah. Yeah. I think I mean I'm getting it. I'll give chat. I'm gonna give you like another minute or like probably 30 seconds. I'm not very patient. And then I'm gonna start firing away because I think I've got a pretty good lead on this. Speaking of lead, that's pretty fitting there as well. Because they don't get hooks.
Oh yeah.
Is that it? Like similar?
Well,
it's close enough.
Close.
Yeah.
Because it has hooks.
Because it has hooks. Exactly. Oh my god, that's so good.
See, you're so good at it.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If I can, hey, if this is what I can be known for, good at guessing dev jokes, I'll take it. It's either that or the worst dev. So it's like, good at dev jokes or the worst dev.
I would take dev jokes.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So that's 4 of them. I think if we get one more, that should be enough for us to test our feeling lucky thing. I mean, technically
right.
We could test it now, but 5 just seems like a nice round number,
Yeah, let's round it up.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this one. Why did the software developer go broke?
Ooh. I think I have like a good idea. I think I might know this one. I'll be close. So I'm gonna see. Let's see. Chat, you haven't been helping me out here much, chat. I got to admit, I'm a little disappointed that y'all aren't trying to save me, and you're just. I feel like all the pressure is on me here.
But you're doing so
I
good,
am doing
right?
pretty good. So I know it has to do with cache. I'm gonna say it has to do with cache. And so the thing here is like, but why specifically did it broke? Something about like clearing cache. Their cache got evicted. I'm just gonna go with that. Like their cache got like deleted or something. Something along those lines.
Yeah, they used all of it.
They used all of their cache.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
See, you're so good at it.
This
You
is-
need an award.
Yeah, I
Dev Joke
really do.
Award.
Do you hear that, folks? Do you hear that? I have just won the Dev Joke Award, and you can't argue with it because Shruti said it is so. Awesome, very cool. So we got 5 of these, so I feel like we're good. Let's go test this out. Let's close this. Goodbye, Stack Overflow. Uh-oh, did I press the wrong button?
Thank you very much.
Oh my god, there we go. Goodbye, NPM. Thank you very much. All right, so let's do this. First, let's just see our jokes. Escape. Whoa, there's a lot of things happening there. So we run this. Oh, unexpected token in JSON at position 0. Well, that's not good.
Oh, what did we do?
I broke something. That's what I did. Oh, query.feeling is defined. I didn't define any of this stuff in the schema.
Oh,
Oh, this is Grammarly. So I have Grammarly extension installed, and like it'll be like I need to fix this. It shouldn't be running in JSON. It's supposed to only run in my Markdown files. Okay, so
Grammarly trying to fix our jokes.
yeah, right. Okay, so I put jokes, but I did not do feeling lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And that is going to be just a string.
yeah. Okay, and it should always return a string. So let's do this and this.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Okay. So let's see if that fixes it. Okay, so let's try this again. And there we go. So we've got our jokes.
Nice.
They're coming back. It's all working. But now let's try this feeling. Cannot query field. Yes, I can. Nonsense. Oh, I need to refresh. That's what's going on. Feeling lucky.
Feel key.
Why did JavaScript developer leave? Because she didn't get a raise. Love it.
Perfect.
Run it again. Look at this.
Let's try another one.
It's working. How do you comfort a JavaScript bug? You console it. Oh my god, this is so cool. We hit the same one. Why did the software developer go broke? They used all their cache. This is hilarious.
Oh my god.
It was so fun.
I love
and
this.
This is only taking
This
us
is
like,
so cool.
like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Like this is so neat.
Amazing.
All credit to like Netlify, I gotta say, this was very easy to set up, and it's a serverless function. We're not like maintaining a server anywhere. Netlify is gonna do all of the hard work for us when we deploy this.
This is awesome.
So cool.
I love this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, so let's see. So a couple things here. Like, let's go back into our API. So we have our jokes. We have this. Do we want to do anything else? Like, what about searching for a joke? Like, if you want to search for a particular, should we maybe implement like a quick, simple search? What do you think?
Yeah, search sounds good. We could also do mutations.
Oh, right, to add jokes. Yeah, so let's do that. We'll do it. So we've got like 30 minutes left. That's a good amount of time. We'll do search, then we'll tackle some mutations and work on adding jokes to the API. So this actually gets tricky though, because if we do a mutation, we can't really update that JSON file, right? So I mean, it would work in memory. It would definitely work in memory for now, and I think that's okay for now. But eventually, I think JSON won't be the final place, but you'll have all of this set up, and so it's just a matter of like, well, I mean, you are a GraphQL expert, so it's just a matter of coming in here and picking however you want to store this stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we can move JSON to a database and make mutations over the database.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. But for now, we'll set the mutations up, but we'll have it work on the stuff locally, just in memory. I wonder how that works with this being a serverless function, though. We'll have to see.
Might have to do it client side.
Yeah. Yeah, because like if this is gonna shut down after each request, let's just see what happens.
Then it's Yeah, it's probably just temporary, right? Which is
Yeah,
fine.
it's totally fine. Yeah, but as long as the functionality is there, because then it's just a matter of
Yeah,
going in and changing out what we do. Okay, so cool.
exact.
So let's start with type defs. Let's do search. And then this is just going to take a string, right? We'll just say term or
Mm-hmm.
something. I think that works. It's required,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to return a string.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Okay, so that's our type. So the way search will work is, oh wait, actually, we could hit multiple matches. So in theory, we would want an array, right? Or do we want this to be a singular, like,
It's nice to do multiple, so
right?
let's do an array.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. Because, like, yeah, if you search, you might want like all things related to JavaScript or
JavaScript.
yeah, because we love JavaScript,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And JavaScript has so many jokes.
So many jokes. It makes it so easy. Okay, yeah, so the first property we won't need, but the second one is going to have our term. So we will need that. So we've got that. So now what this would be like jokes.filter.
Uh-huh.
And then this is going to be joke. And then we'll say joke dot two lowercase. This is the cheat.
Need that.
Yeah, gotta have that. Dot, is it contains or includes? Includes. There we go.
We can do either. Yeah, let's do includes.
Okay, includes, and then that will be term dot two lowercase.
Term.
Boom. And that
Lowercase is so important.
it is. Yeah, that gets me every time. I was doing the search.
I know.
Yeah, I was doing the search on like my website, my personal site. And I don't even want to tell you how long I sat there going, like, what is happening? Why is this not working? And then I was like, oh my gosh, like I forgot to lowercase everything for the search. But
I know, right?
yeah.
The small things.
It's the small things. It's always the small things. It's always the typo or like the missing, or you hit capital O instead of 0 and you're like, sitting there for 10 days trying to figure it out. Like, I'm quitting tech.
Or, off by one error.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Exactly. Oh, all right. So we've got search. Let's go try this. Let's go see if this works. So now we're going to, I have to reload. So we're going to search. And then the term is, let's do, we said JavaScript. Let's stick with that.
Do we have anything in JavaScript? We do. Let's do it.
Yeah, we got a couple things, I think, right? And then I should just return. Look at that. And we got 2.
Nice.
Let's change it to bug. Let's just see bug. And we get 1. And then what's some other words that we used?
React.
React. Look at this. Look at us.
Nice.
I mean, we basically...
So cool.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. If you need consultants to come and build your GraphQL APIs, we are available, although we are not cheap.
Disclaimers.
Disclaimers. That's right. You're going to pay for it. You want jokes, you're going to pay for them. All right. So that was like wildly easier than I thought it would be. So let's do this.
I know.
Right? Okay. So let's.
I'm surprised I haven't done this in 2 years?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. Right. But I mean, sometimes it's like you just need that push. Like you have a really good thing going with that dev jokes, and it's like sometimes that's the hardest part, right? It's like just like saying, you know what, I'm just gonna actually do it now. And what better way to do it than on stream? Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Yo.
I so appreciate this.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming on and doing this. I'm having a blast. Like I can't believe
Me too.
Yeah, I can't believe I get paid to do this. Sometimes I really feel like a con artist. It's like you pay me to like build fun stuff and hang out with cool people. It's like it almost feels like it shouldn't be a job. Ugh. Yeah.
Don't say it out loud.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Delete this part. I'm gonna have to like scrub that out. Okay, so we'll do add joke, and then how do mutations work again? we say,
Except,
yeah, joke, and then,
chapter, which is a string.
and that's required, and then it will return, I guess, that joke back to you, right? Like isn't that generally the thing
Yeah,
with a
we can do
mutation?
that.
Does that make
Let's
sense?
return it.
Yeah, we'll just return a string for now because it's of that type. So, okay. So that is our type, but now we gotta come, oh, what did I do? I did something wrong. Oh, silly. That's for the resolver. I need a colon. Did that fix it? Yes, that fixed it. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Do you GraphQL? Sometimes, but you wouldn't know it. All right. So we got add joke. And then that is going to get, because it's a mutation, is different, right? So this just gets our joke here. And then that.
It accepts a joke
of
type string.
Yeah, this is the function. Yeah, so, but joke is what's going to come through. How does that work with the mutation? Is that right? Am I doing this right?
Why don't we open the documentation?
That's a really good call because I could not remember off the top of my head. GraphQL mutation resolver. Writing mutation resolvers. Look at that, Apollo. Thanks, Apollo.
Perfect.
Exactly. Oh, nope. So it's still, that's right. All resolvers follow the same.
Yeah, the underscores and then the term.
Yep. So this, folks, is why they call me the worst dev right here. Okay. So what we will need is an object, or no, just an underscore, and then this is an object. Boom. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So really, for our purposes right now, it's like, well, we're going to have to return something. So we'll say jokes.push joke. It's pretty easy for now. And then we return joke. I mean, seems pretty straightforward. Thank you, Prettier.
We can also return the entire jokes array.
Oh, do you want to do that instead? Just return all the jokes?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
So we can see that we updated.
Oh, that's a good point.
And then
because
on the client side.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, we can handle that.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I like that. I like it. Boom. Okay, so here we go. So that's done. Okay, so this is done. I'm going to get rid of like all these extra comments here as well. Clean this up a little bit because we don't need no stinking comments. I'll leave this one. Whatever.
I think we need to update our mutation because we are only returning a string so far.
Oh, right, in the actual. Oh, yes. Good call. Return jokes. Boom. There we go. Cool. All right, awesome. Yeah, let's go test this out. This should be fun. If I could. Oh wait, no. Yeah, that's.
Oh, does that mean we need a new joke?
Oh, we do need a new joke. We absolutely do need a new joke. Yes, perfect. That's a good call. All right, so now we're gonna do. Oh wait, this goes outside of the curly braces. Mutation, add joke, which takes joke, which is a string. If I could type string, and then inside of that we have add joke, and joke is equal to joke. Joke. I'm typing joke so many times that now it looks wrong. Like joke looks like that's not how it should be spelled. Like the word is just like
I know.
It does not seem.
I know
to be.
that happens.
And then because it's just returning an array of strings, I don't think I have to do anything because we're not accessing any sub properties, so it should just return it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, but
I think that should work.
Yeah.
We just need to pass in joke.
We just need to pass in joke. So we need some JSON here for joke, and I am ready. What is your joke?
Okay. I think you're gonna know this.
Okay, all right.
How are
Uh,
how are computers and air conditioners similar?
I do know this one. Come on, chat, please. Somebody try, because I already know this one. I don't want to type it just yet. I'm going to give you a minute to think about this. I'll tell you what, I've heard this one before, basically 10 minutes before we started the stream. Um, but it's really funny, and I'd be surprised if anyone can get it, though. I will be definitely surprised. Let's see. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. It's not bad, right? Is that Jeopardy? I think
Is
it's
that elevator music?
yeah, it's basically elevator music, but I think it was supposed to be Jeopardy. All right, if no one is gonna guess, you know what's really funny is I can't even remember the exact phrase from before, but I know it has to do with. Come on, everyone. How are computers and air conditioners similar? You use them less when you open Windows, right? Is that it?
They're useless when you open Windows.
I hope that you all at home are laughing, because either that or it's me and you right now, like cackling over these jokes, and everyone's like, these aren't even funny.
I don't care.
I don't care either. I think they're hilarious. Ugh,
I know.
They're used less when you open Windows. So true. I'm gonna capitalize Windows. All right.
Useless, not useless.
Oh, they're useless. It's even better.
That's why I said it might be mean on the stream.
Oh, that's even better. Even better. And accurate. Oh.
Oh.
Sorry,
burn.
all you Windows. Yeah, burn. Someone put out the fire. You need some aloe for that burn? Looks like it hurt. Oh my gosh. All right, should we see if this works? Let's see if this works.
Let's do it.
Oh, I guess it doesn't run if I do that because it's a mutation. There we go. Look at that.
Look at that.
We've got all of our jokes, and it's there. But here's what I'm most curious about. I want to see like if it keeps this like I wonder if this container is still hot. So I'm just going to do jokes real quick, and I want to see if it's in there. It is. It is. How our computers are in there. So let's try feeling lucky. So it's interesting because look at that. Our first response on feeling lucky was a new one.
Nice.
So it's always so wild to me, like how serverless functions work. But because it was called recently, it's still in memory. Like that instance that is running that function is still up. But if we came back 5 minutes later and did jokes, it wouldn't be in there because it's no longer.
Yeah.
It's going to spin up a new, container and then reload the whole jokes.json. But this works. TM.
And this is good because you can do all this processing on your client side, and then like once you're done accepting data, every like few minutes you can start writing to your database. You don't have to do every time a mutation is fired. So it's performant as well. Yeah,
that's really awesome. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's very true. This is really cool. I like this. Yeah, I mean, awesome. Yeah, it's like I feel like this is like a good point. So I was thinking maybe what we could do is go through. So you said you haven't used Netlify functions before, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna commit this and I'll make a PR, but while I have you on stream, I'll just kind of walk you through like what it looks like actually connecting it to Netlify and deploying it, and then you can connect yours to and deploy it, and we can test it out. Does that sound good?
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. So let's do that. So I'm gonna go into VS Code, and let's get this commit, and we'll just do like add initial API. Boom. Love it. Boop shaboop. And then I'll push it up to GitHub. Let's see if that works.
Okay, checking it out.
Okay, cool. So it's there, but I gotta make a PR now to your repository. So let's go here. Hey, where's my little make pull request thing?
Oh, do you not have access to it? You should have access to it. New pull request?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's not reading that you pushed to your fork.
Yeah, why is that? That's really weird, right?
Click on you can also compare across forks.
Oh, oops. So go back to new pull request. Oh.
And then click on this compare across forks.
Oh, here it is. No.
Oh, there you go.
Is that it? No.
Wait, is that the one? Oh, no.
Oh, here we
that's just
go.
an example.
Thank you.
Here. Yeah.
I cannot get up. That is... There we go. This is what we're looking for. There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, that seems like it's weird because normally it just like shows up, right? Ooh, I get to be
Yeah,
the first
I
person
don't
to
know.
star this.
Yay! 1 star.
1 star down. 15,000 to go. Let's go. Let's go, folks. Get in there and start. Let's get it to 15,000. All right. Yeah, allow edits. Sure, you can edit it if you would like. Have at it. No description.
All right.
Look at this. This is not good open source hygiene, but like.
I just did something. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
what I did.
If you want to know what it is, go look in the code.
My code speaks for itself.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't need comments. It doesn't need any words. It speaks for itself. All right. So while that is there, so we can still work from my repository. So how do I get back to mine? I guess I can just actually type Kemple in here. Boom. Oh yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Netlify because you can see my screen. We'll go through. I'll walk through how I connect this, and then you can go through and connect yours, and then I'll try to hit your API, and we'll see if it works.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. So, the way that this works. Oh, and actually, one other thing we're gonna want to do is set up a redirect first. I forgot about this. So this is neat. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, so I'll do this on my end first, because then it'll be in there. The redirect file will be in there. Did you merge the pull request already?
No, let me merge
No,
it.
actually, hold off 1 sec. I'm going to add one more commit to it. So that's actually perfect.
Okay.
Hang on, because I forgot about this. So Netlify has this really neat feature of redirects that you can set up that are very easy. So what we can do, because like otherwise, like right now, if we look at the URL for this, we have this localhost/.netlify functions dev jokes, and that's not the URL you're going to want to present to people, right? It'd be much better if it was like at /GraphQL, let's say, right? So we can do that. Yeah, so we could do that. Netlify redirects. Let me just make sure that I remember how to do this properly. Yes, perfect. Perfect. So here's what we can do.
Oh, so you just like redirect your functions?
Yeah. So we'll say /GraphQL will redirect to that function. So.
Oh, that's neat.
Isn't it?
I love it. This is so easy.
So easy. So then what we do is we say new file _redirects. Boom. And so we just say /GraphQL will redirect to /netlify/functions/devjokes, and that should do it. Cool. So now I'm gonna push this, commit this, and push it. For /GraphQL, push that. Probably should have worked on a branch too, but like whatever. There we go. Okay,
fine.
So now we'll go through the whole Netlify thing on my side. We'll make sure it all works, and then we can do it on your end. So I'm gonna go to Netlify. I love how Netflix is just like the first thing that pops up, right? Like.
I know. Do I want to work or do I want to watch a movie?
It's like a way to entice me. I guess it is my fault for going to Netflix so much that it is the first result. Okay. So like so the way it is like once you log into Netlify, you just do new site from Git, and then I'm gonna pick GitHub. And so I'm already authorized, but here's the deal is that it's not going to have, I do like per repo, like access. So I have to go configure it and add the option. You can let it do all of them if you want. I do like per repo. So let me log in real quick. And we go here, I scroll down, repositories, select repositories, and then I can search for one. And then in this case, that is dev-joke GraphQL. And then I save that. So now it's added. So now it's going to show up in my list. Boom. So here we go. I click on this. Branch to deploy, master, sure. Build command, we don't have one. And publish directory, we also don't have one. So I'll do deploy site. And boom, published. That was very easy. So now I have like this URL here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go into my site settings and I'm going to change the site name. And so like, I'm just going to call this I don't want to take dev jokes, and don't you go take it in the chat. I'll do dev jokes beta so that you can have dev jokes because they're unique across all of Netlify. So you can only have one. So hopefully dev jokes is not taken. So we'll save that. So now it's dev jokes beta. So now I should be able to copy this link. Let's go open this. And because we set up this redirect, I should be able to do GraphQL. Oh no. Oh, interesting. Oh, there is a build step.
Oh, npm install.
Yeah, I think I need to go back and set the build step to run npm install. Okay, so let's try this. Let's go back. Build and deploy. Yeah. Okay, edit settings. Build command. npm install. We'll save that. And then we go to deploys, and then I'll just trigger a deploy. And then we can see here and make sure it runs npm install. So it's pretty smart. Like we just did like an empty kind of like project with functions, but like if this was a Gatsby app, it would like preload the build command. If it was like create React app, it would pre-build. Cannot find. I don't see. Oh, is it not in the package JSON?
Oh, I think we didn't create one.
There's a package lock, but no package JSON.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I think we need to create one.
Yes, we absolutely do. So I'm just going to Control-C this, and then I'll do npm init, and I think it's like -y or -- yes.
I think just npm init.
Yeah, well, you could like accept all the defaults, so you don't have to answer like all the questions. Boom.
Ooh.
There it is. Yeah, if you do -y, it will just like accept everything. Okay, now it's here, but that we're not going to have. Oh, it added our dependency because I guess the package.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I guess because the lock was there, it added it. That's really neat.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So again, good thing we didn't have you merge that PR yet.
Do you want to add a script? npm run, npm install.
I don't think it needs it. Honestly, I really don't think it needs it because we technically don't run it ourselves. Like Netlify takes care of it. Let's see. Could be wrong, but let's test it out. This is my actual first time using Netlify for just a function. Like normally I have an accompanying app, and like you will too eventually. You said you probably want to set up like a client for it. So you'll be able to change those build commands. But this should have kicked off a new deploy because I pushed to master. So let's see what happens here. Hopefully, okay. So it looks like we're making, okay. Well, that's a lot better. I think it might be
Looks
done.
good.
Oh, this is in progress. But we're definitely, we're definitely getting way further. Oh, there we go. Preview. Cool. So this worked. So now we should be in a better place to look at that.
Nice.
Look at that. But now let's try. Oh, it's a redirect. So it's actually taking us to the thing, but that won't matter. Like people will be able to call /GraphQL and it will redirect to that under the hood. Does that make sense? But because I'm opening it in the browser,
Yeah.
I'm getting redirected. But like if you had a client and you were like attaching like Apollo client or Urkel or whatever, you could just say /GraphQL, and because of the redirect, it would just work. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that's it.
That works.
Yeah, that's it. And then you can always add a
Cool.
custom domain on top of it or whatever you want. But this is good. So why don't you actually go ahead on your end and try and
All right.
merge that PR and see if you can get this deployed to Netlify. And then that's it. That'll take us right to our stop time, which is like perfect.
Okay. Going to merge this. Merged without reviewing. Not a problem.
Oh my goodness. I bet. This is bad. This is bad. Have you seen that meme where it's like good code review for or it's like WTFs per minute is like the measurement for
Yeah.
code quality. That's amazing. So I'm just gonna test this out with jokes and run it on my end. So yeah, I'm working there good. So this all works. That's really neat.
Meanwhile, I'll try to get this up and
Yeah,
running
exactly.
on DevJokes. GraphQL.
Very cool. This was so fun.
This was fun. Oh my god, we were so productive.
So productive. I can't believe it.
You should be on my team. We can get so much shit done.
Oh my goodness. Shh, don't tell Apollo. I really do feel like for all of the fun that we've had, this was like a lot we covered very quickly. I mean, this is going to be a great reference for people too to like figure out how to spin up these serverless GraphQL APIs with Netlify. So
yeah, and this was so easy, right? Like we had this README converted into JSON.
Yeah, this is awesome. And it sets the tone, and now you can take it from here and do whatever you want with it. Store that data any way you want. It's awesome.
Okay, install this. All repositories, not a problem.
And the main thing to remember is that when you run the project locally, the command, instead of doing like an npm start, is netlify dev. So you'll install the Netlify CLI, and that's what makes like the serverless functions work locally. They set up like a proxy, and like that's. I'm not explaining it very well because I don't know what they do under the hood, but it's really neat. Like they take your app and then the serverless functions and put them onto the same port so that like it works. So like if you had a React app, or a Gatsby app, you could just point right at your serverless functions within the code and you can run it locally, which is the best part because who wants to have to push a function to Netlify every time you want to test something?
I know.
Yeah.
My site is getting deployed.
Oh, that was so fast.
Elevator music.
Elevator music is running. And then, insert elevator music here. Chat. That's my, so post-summit, my main focus is adding a lot more fun and like type of things like commands and stuff to the streams, and like so the chat can, not to steal exactly what Jason's doing, so it will be different. I won't drop boops from the sky, but like just having like fun interactions like that, because it's nice to let the chat get involved. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a command for telling a joke that's gonna call out to your GraphQL API and drop jokes into the chat. I am absolutely going to do that. That's gonna be one of the first commands that I do.
I love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. That's hilarious. Why didn't I think of that before?
Okay, I think this might be ready to get deployed. I've got DevJoke GraphQL. I'm gonna go and push the button.
Oh wow, that's cool. It's like just firing off, just going over the button. I didn't know it did that. Is it deployed? It's
Oh,
deployed for you?
it's live. It's live.
Ooh.
Open it.
Okay, so can you drop me the link in the...
Just remove the beta from your URL.
Oh,
That should
oh
work.
right, just remove beta. Yeah, because you got the Jeff jokes. Yes. All right, so let's remove it.
Oh wait, it's devjoke-GraphQL. My bad.
Oh, no
I'm
worries.
gonna give it the URL.
Devjoke-GraphQL. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Without
devjoke
the
is
dash
together,
and
right?
dev
So
one word.
okay,
Yes.
devjoke. Boom. And there it is. And this is now in your GitHub repository.
Success.
Yeah, and so now you could do whatever you need to with it. This is awesome. This was so much fun. I'm
I
so
love it.
happy. And I'm also so happy we like wrapped up like literally right at time. Like this was perfect. It could not
Yeah.
have been like a better walkthrough. That's so cool. Awesome. So I want to thank you again for joining us on stream. And so if in case you haven't noticed, everyone, you can find Shruti on Twitter at Shruti Kapoor 08, and it should be visible right there below the title of the show. And actually, let me go ahead and just drop that into the chat as well. Kapoor 08. Boom. And yeah, again, thank you for joining. I had a blast. Did you have anything else or anything you wanted to impart on the chat or the community before you go? I mean, don't have to. That's for
Oh my
sure.
God.
No pressure.
This was a blast. I had so much
I
fun.
really
Thank you
did
for
too.
having me, Kurt. This was the best and the most productive session ever.
That's awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. Awesome. Cool. So we'll get going in just one sec. I just want to wrap up real quick. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but as well at the bottom, our upcoming streams have been ticking by across the bottom. Oh, I guess I should mention this. This is something we should definitely talk about, which is that GraphQL Summit Week 2 is tomorrow and Friday, and Shruti is going to be on the panel about production GraphQL. So let me get the link up for that real quick. So yeah, if we go look at the schedule for August 6th, which is tomorrow, boom, let me blow that up nice and big so y'all can see it. Yeah, I am so looking forward to this panel. Like, I cannot wait. Oh, it's so packed. Like, oh, it's got you,
I'm
Mark
so
Andre,
excited.
Andy, and Mike Behrens. It's going to be amazing. Like, so if you are already not registered, it's a free. So GraphQL Summit event is free. So let me drop a link in the chat, summit.graphql.com/register. So interestingly enough, we'll actually be streaming the panel, all the talks right here on Twitch on the Apollo GraphQL channel. But if you actually go through and register, you'll get a link to the Discord community, and that's where a lot of people are talking. And if you notice this like topic rooms with the community, if we go and take a look at that, so these are like rooms where you can talk, chat, ask questions, have deep conversations, and we have a lot of awesome topics. If we look at August 6th, we got Rust and GraphQL, React State Management, GraphQL with Java and Kotlin, testing GraphQL schema design, live streaming on Twitch, GraphQL microservices, type systems. I mean, you can see here that the list just kind of goes on and on. And yeah, so definitely if you have not registered already. If you have, I'll see you tomorrow. And Shruti, thank you again for joining me. It has been an absolute blast.
Me as well. It was so much fun.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Kurt.
Awesome. And with that, we'll see you all later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.